Hey friends, in this session, we're going to talk about immigration reform. Is it at a standstill? Is immigration reform at a standstill? That's what we're going to focus on in this latest immigration reform update that I have for you. So I know that in this live session, it is pretty late here on Monday night, March 29th on the East Coast. It's kind of late, but if you're up with me, chime in, give me some hearts, give me some likes. And if you're on the West Coast and it's still early in the evening, say hello, join me and share this this live session with your feed. And I see that some people are starting to come on. It's good to see you guys. Thanks so much for being with me in this one. Again, we're going to focus in on immigration reform. What is going on with the Biden amnesty bill? What's the strategy from Senate Republicans with respect to immigration reform? And when in the world can we expect some real action around immigration reform? Those are questions that's on a lot of people's minds these days, particularly many of you who may be out there tonight who do not have a lawful status. And I meet with many of you every day during consultations, and I know the pressure is on and you're trying to stay hopeful and positive, but you want to know what's happening. Is anything really moving in the direction that would give you that lawful prospective immigrant status, LPI status? So let's dive into all of those issues. Thank you guys so much for being with me tonight. Thank you for your comments and likes. Again, share this video with other people. Okay, so let's talk about immigration reform, friends. For those of you who are new to me, by the way, I'm Latoya McBean Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York, but I work with people all over the U.S. and in many different countries. My contact and my office contact details are below. Scrolling below, so you can contact us at McBeanLaw.com to book your consultation. Now, what's going on with immigration reform? Well, firstly, guys, last week, the Senate Democrats and Senate Republicans actually sat down for the first time to talk about immigration reform. And this meeting was held Wednesday of last week led by Senator Durbin, and he is the Senate Majority Whip and also the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee. He held a meeting with a number of Republicans and a number of Democrats to talk about how to come together and move immigration reform forward. So what came out of that meeting? Well, from my understanding, nothing much really came out of that meeting other than this. Republicans are saying that they need to see some real action around the border before they move any immigration reform forward. They want to see a better grip and handle on the border by President Biden. Okay, and so they're threatening to hold up immigration reform until President Biden, get a stronger grip on the border or control the flow of migrants coming in from Central America. And so they're not moving, guys. They are like, they're digging their feet in the sand, and they're saying, we want to see more to be done around the border before we move dreamers forward, before we move any other immigrants forward. So that's one thing that I know that I've read that has come out of that meeting. And one of the Republican senators who was part of that meeting, Senator Cornyn, said comprehensive immigration is never going to work. But that's his position. Let's see how things really do progress eventually. But right now, that was his comment. My understanding, that was his comment after this meeting last week. And so they're connecting the border with immigration reform. those two are going hand in hand in their minds at this point. And so my understanding is that a second meeting is planned. A second meeting is being planned. So they're going to try to build on what they've started last week, which is a good thing, right? Because this is the first time they've actually sat down during the Biden administration and talked together about immigration reform. And certainly a lot of what I'm reading in the media is that one-on-one talks with Republicans are happening, but this is the first time a group actually came together. So that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is this. President Biden, where is he on moving immigration reform forward? We know that in the last video or live session I did, Vice President Kamala Harris was appointed to be the lead on immigration reform at the border in particular. And so what else is the White House doing to push things forward? And so you guys may have seen this clip in which President Biden answered some questions around immigration reform. And this clip I chose specifically for this video. So take a listen to this.
Have you had any talks with Senate Republicans who are threatening this administration with not considering the immigration legislation that was passed in the House until the situation at the border has been resolved?
No, because I know they have to posture for a while. They sort of got to get out of their system. This is but I'm ready to work with any Republican who wants to help solve the problem or make the situation better. But folks, I'm going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, there you have it, right? So what can we gather from that? Well, President Biden said he has not sat down with Senate Republicans who are threatening to hold up immigration reform until, something happens around border control. He believes that the Republicans are just posturing, which both sides are posturing, but Republicans are posturing right now and they've got to get it out of their system. But he is willing to sit down with them and talk about how to move things forward. So that's what he is saying, friends, around the White House's efforts to move immigration reform forward. I must also mention, and I think I may have said this to you in previous videos, that my understanding is that the U.S. Citizenship Act, the big Amnesty bill, will be marked up. Well, the markup process will begin for that bill next month on Capitol Hill in April. Okay, so the other big part of this whole immigration reform issue and what's really holding it up and why it's at a standstill right now, as I've mentioned, is the whole border issue. As you guys know, the media hasn't really been allowed behind the scenes at the border and in some of our detention centers and facilities to really expose the severity of the issue there with migrants flowing in and unaccompanied minors. And, there's arguments on both sides about all of that. But now the media is being allowed in to show a little bit more, right, of what's going on. But Senate Republicans also are circulating quite a bit of videos and footages. I don't know if you guys had seen this picture of this group of Republican senators who did some sort of fact-finding trip just recently in Mexico and at the border. And they're coming back with some pretty interesting footages that they've captured, certainly from their standpoint, about what's going on at the border. But a lot of those footages are now circulating on Twitter, and people are getting riled up, even on both sides. And the pressure is building on President Biden to really get a grip on the border issue. And so immigration reform right now under this environment, this cloud that we're under with the border, this is not a great thing for immigration reform right now, because Senate Republicans are arguing that the Biden policies are actually enticing people to come here illegally rather than, deter them. And so folks on Capitol Hill have they're in a very difficult position, really, with respect to immigration reform. We know that quite a bit of folks do want to see immigration reform move forward, but at the same time, it's like, well, how can they do it in this environment with the border? So that's really the biggest issue right now that's causing this standstill. Now, what has Vice President Kamala Harris done with respect to changing the dialogue a little bit around immigration reform? I haven't really seen much of anything yet. It's just been a couple of days, obviously, so we've got to give it some time. But nothing major has happened yet from her side. H.R. 6, remember H.R. 6, the American Dream and Promise Act? The legislation that passed on the House a couple of weeks ago that would give Dreamers and TPS holders a lawful status. That has made its way over into the Senate after it passed the House, along with the other bill that targets farm workers. But nothing has happened on the Senate side with respect to those two pieces of legislation yet. And then also the U.S. Citizenship Act, guys. Nothing, okay? Nothing. No committee action, nothing. All right. So for those of you who are on standby, waiting for the LPI status, the lawful prospective immigrant status, keep an eye out for next month to see what happens next month as they begin to mark it up to get it in a place where more Democrats will feel comfortable voting for it. So with that being said, guys, that's really where things are right now. And I see some people are commenting. Thank you so much for your comments. You're commenting about what's happening at the border. And others are saying that it is encouraging illegal immigration. And actually, there's a clip that I was thinking, do I show you? But I think I'm going to show it to you. And it's a video footage that one of the senators did when he took when he was at the border last week. And it's kind of an eye-opening clip, and I'm making the decision to play it because I think it's important that we see both sides of the argument here. So let me tee this up or cue this up for you. Give me a second here. Okay, this is Senator Langford, Republican.
Families are actually coming, and unaccompanied minors will just show up here during the night. And like I said, it's about 11:14 at night right now. They'll show up. I'll kind of turn around here so you can see it. That far end down there, the bright spot, that's Mexico right down there. They'll show up down in that spot. They'll be able to walk through. They're picked up by Border Patrol here. They're organized. They get their name, their information. They'll go through a very basic screening where basically they're asked, do you feel well, kind of thing, with a basic screening. They'll get their name and information. If they have a child that's 6 years old or younger, or they're unaccompanied minor, but they can have like 10 people together that all say they're family, and if they have one child that's 5 or 6 years old, then all these folks will be released tonight into McAllen, Texas. Literally within a couple of hours from when they walk up from Mexico, they'll go through the basic processing here, and all these folks will be released into the United States tonight with what's called a notice to appear. It's a piece of paperwork saying you've got to show up at a court hearing. Some of those court hearings are 3 years later. So literally they're into the country for the next 3 years. So they'll walk up way down there. They'll come through some basic processing here, and you can see, I don't know how many are here right now. And then there's buses here at the end, and those buses will take them into the central part of McAllen, Texas. And they'll just be released at a bus station from there, and they can go anywhere in the country that they want to be able to go.
Okay, so that's one take on what's going on there. And when I saw his footage just a day or two ago on Twitter, I said, it's not every day we get a chance to kind of go there and see people wade in or, go into a very specific spot where they know that if they appear and they have a small child with them, they know what the procedures are, cartels are involved. It gets very messy, guys. It's a very sophisticated operation. And so when I saw that clip on Twitter, I made the decision that, let me share it in my next video, because more and more footages are coming out from both sides, from both Republican side and the media. I think it's a good idea to expose what's really going on so that the public, so you guys can really weigh in on what your thoughts are about how President Biden is handling the border, and it's all impacting immigration reform now. And many of us who are part of this community, we want to see immigration reform happen. We want to see people get that LPI status and move forward with their life. But when you have this border crisis really happening, or these issues surfacing, it's putting a lot of pressure on policymakers these days to get something thoughtful done around immigration reform. So that's really the latest, guys. The Biden amnesty bill, it seems to be at a standstill because the border issue is something that is putting pressure on it, and Republicans are using that as the tool right now to pause immigration reform, even for dreamers. So guys, comment below. Thank you so much for the comments. I'm seeing some of your comments coming in, and I'm going to review your comments after this. Guys, share this video with other people. This is just a short update about what's happening with the Biden bill tonight. It's very late. Thank you so much for watching. For those who are going to be watching the replay, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed. Guys, thanks so much for following and watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.